The psychology of boredom, why your brain craves distraction. Boredom. That strange, heavy feeling that creeps in when you're not doing anything meaningful, or at least nothing that feels stimulating. Most of us try to avoid it at all costs. We scroll, click, swipe, and binge to escape it. But have you ever stopped to ask why boredom feels so unbearable? Or why your brain craves constant distraction even during rest? This article dives into the psychology of boredom, exploring what really happens in the brain when you're bored, why we avoid it so fiercely, and how it might actually be your brain's way of signaling something far deeper than we realize. What is boredom really? Psychologically speaking, boredom is a state of mental discomfort caused by a lack of stimulation, interest, or engagement. It's not just the absence of activity, but rather the desire for stimulation without satisfaction. In simple terms, boredom is not about doing nothing, it's about wanting something more meaningful to do and not finding it. There are two key types of boredom. Situational boredom, caused by your environment like sitting in a long meeting or waiting in a queue. Existential boredom, a deeper kind of discontent that comes from feeling unfulfilled or purposeless. Your brain on boredom, the neuroscience. The moment boredom sets in, your brain kicks into high gear. Contrary to popular belief, being bored does not mean your brain is inactive. In fact, boredom can increase activity in the default mode network, DMN, a group of brain regions associated with daydreaming, self-reflection, and creativity. Why does this matter? Because it shows that boredom isn't laziness. It's a neural signal that your current situation lacks meaning or novelty. Your brain is pushing you to change course and seek something more rewarding. Why your brain craves distraction. Modern life offers endless distractions. Social media, notifications, entertainment, all designed to keep you engaged. But your brain's craving for distraction isn't just a habit. It's an evolutionary survival mechanism. Here's why. Novelty seeking. Our ancestors had to constantly look out for new food sources, dangers, or social opportunities. The brain evolved to reward novelty with dopamine, the feel-good chemical. That's why every swipe or click feels so satisfying. Avoiding discomfort. Boredom can feel psychologically painful. Distraction helps us avoid this discomfort, even if only temporarily. Low tolerance for stillness. In a world designed for stimulation, being still feels unnatural. Your brain gets conditioned to expect constant input. The hidden benefits of boredom. Ironically, the very thing we try to avoid might be one of the most powerful tools for personal growth. When you stop distracting yourself, boredom opens the door to creativity. Many great ideas are born in boredom. Daydreaming allows the mind to wander and connect unexpected dots. Self-reflection. Silence forces you to face your thoughts. This can lead to powerful realizations about your goals, habits, and feelings. Motivation. Boredom can push you to make changes in your life that actually matter, whether it's starting a project, learning a skill, or ending toxic routines. The psychology behind escapism. Why do we binge watch, doom scroll, or refresh our feeds endlessly? Psychologists call this behavior escapism, avoiding internal discomfort by filling your mind with external noise. It's not always harmful, but chronic escapism can be a warning sign of low emotional tolerance, anxiety or underlying stress, lack of meaning in daily routines. Escapism doesn't fix boredom, it numbs it. And when the distraction ends, the boredom comes back even stronger. Can too much stimulation cause more boredom? Absolutely. In fact, the more you overstimulate your brain with instant entertainment, the less tolerant it becomes to slowness and silence. This creates a paradox. The more you try to avoid boredom, the more bored you become when things slow down. This is why kids glued to screens often find it impossible to sit quietly or play imaginatively. Their brains are trained to expect fast, flashy dopamine hits. Adults are no different. The more we rely on constant content to feel alive, the less we are able to feel engaged in the real world. How to use boredom to your advantage. Instead of avoiding boredom, what if you leaned into it? Here are some psychology-backed strategies to transform boredom into growth. Practice mindful boredom. Set a timer for 10 minutes and do absolutely nothing. No phone. No music. Just sit. Let your mind wander. You'll be amazed at what comes up. Limit distractions intentionally. Set boundaries around social media or entertainment. Give your brain space to breathe and reset. Channel boredom into curiosity. When you feel bored, ask yourself, what would make this moment more meaningful? Use boredom as a signal, not a problem. Create instead of consume. Instead of watching another video, try journaling, drawing, brainstorming, or writing. Creativity thrives in quiet moments. Conclusion. Boredom is not your enemy. The psychology of boredom reveals something profound. Boredom isn't a flaw in your character. It's a function of a highly intelligent brain that's hungry for purpose, novelty, and engagement. In a world that bombards us with distractions, boredom is one of the few remaining signals that guide us back to what matters. The next time you feel it creeping in, resist the urge to numb it. Instead, pause, reflect, listen to what your brain is really asking for. Because on the other side of boredom lies insight, motivation, and the spark of true creativity.